Hi, guys. Welcome to Level Up Academy by Doc Leland. Welcome to Level Up Academy podcast, where we explore the diverse set of skills that can be applied across various industries and professions. Each episode will deep dive into the world of transferable skills, discussing topics like communication, problem solving, critical thinking, and more. Join us as we speak with experts in different fields and share stories of individuals who have successfully transferred their skills from one industry to another. Whether you're a recent grad, a mid-career professional, or someone looking to make a career change, this podcast is for you. So sit back, relax, and let's discover how you can leverage your existing skills to excel in any industry. Welcome to Level Up Academy podcast. This is your host, Dr. Leland, a serial educator, an opportunities designer, and a compassionate leader. Are you a curious student, eager to learn new skills and make your mark in the world? Or are you a professional seeking to advance your career and unlock your full potential? You need to be equipped with effective soft skills like communication, problem solving, teamwork, and more. The Level Up Academy by Doc Leland bridges the gap between education and employment through transferable skills training. Get the soft skills you need to be more effective at work. You see me, you don't see me. Could you see me? Yes, no, maybe. Hi, guys. It is CJ. I know, I had to stop the urge to go live yesterday. Let me tell you something. I was so overwhelmed with love, guys. My DM was going crazy bonkers, like over 100. And I was trying to type thank you. And I was like, wait, stop, CJ. Streamline the process. So I'm very well structured. If you don't know it, just know now. So I recorded myself on YouTube, put it as a short, and copy and paste on those thank you. You're probably thinking, oh, this is not personalized. It is. I'm thinking of every single one of you. I thank you so much. I feel you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You didn't have to. But you did. You took at least, 5 seconds of your life to say happy birthday. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I had a little bit of a hot minute struggle yesterday, reflecting on how old I am and questioning my existence. I don't know why. I know I'm grateful to be here, but I was questioning my existence yesterday. It was a bit of a weird feeling. I think when you're approaching, when I joke around, I'm closer to 50 than in my 30s or 20s. I was reflecting a lot of the people I'm surrounding myself with, the people that I want to surround myself with, the people that I'm bringing up with me to level up, and where they're at, and reflecting if I am true to my mission or if I'm lying to myself again, because I tend to lie to myself, giving all kinds of excuses for people, when in the end of the day, you have to let go baggage, right? If it's something that you're carrying alone and there's no reciprocity, you gotta let it go. And I'm like, CJ, take your own damn advice. So I was reflecting that. Anyway, yeah, I can't have wrinkles. So I just laughed, went to the beach again with my kids, and I always go to the beach. And I was making a TikTok video and reflecting on the birthday weekend of this old lady right here and all the food. I was like, man, I pigged out. And I'm complaining about me gaining weight, but literally, I think I put like 25 million pounds on myself. I was eating sushi, burritos. I mean, I was enjoying myself. I'm like, hey, I'm allowed. I made it to my birthday. Thank you for praying for making me on my birthday. So I was really happy. Back to this show, guys. Okay. I wanted to do a little bit of a lecture today, and I have only a couple minutes because I want to be respectful to our book producer, one of my very good sisters, Lonnie Ray. So, Level Up Academy. Level Up started February, really March of last year for my podcast. So it's been about a little over, 12 months and stuff. And I went from 0 to 6 continents, 70 plus nations and countries. And I keep saying 70 because I haven't checked yet. I have to check how many. I'm sure we're probably close to 80, and I cannot wait to actually claim that, but I have to make sure it's accurate before I put it out there. I pride myself on authenticity and being honest, so I cannot claim anything if I don't have it. You will find it in Spotify, iHeartRadio. So if you are on my podcast, you automatically go to my live stream on YouTube where my sis Natalie, she was the first person in there, actually go there because LinkedIn right now is glitchy. They got to fix themselves. Okay. But if you're on YouTube, I see your messages. I will highlight you in a minute. But you'll automatically, you have your link. Please share it with everyone. You are claiming your authority by being with me because we are going to be running the show together. I want to elevate you. If you're a business owner, let me know. I would love for you to sell yourself. This is your platform, right? But that is Level Up Academy. I started as a higher ed. I've been an admin in higher ed. I've been a dean in multiple universities, and I love higher education. I pride myself on teaching, and I pride myself on being a student. Crossing my finger, I just um, talked to my academic advisor. I'm so excited. I don't know if they're going to let me in again, but I'm hoping by September, actually, not October. They said I might get in, I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to tell you inaccurate information on my 5th degree. I know. It's going to be industrial psychologist. And what does that mean, CJ? It's a psychologist for business leader. Will I be practicing? I don't know. Maybe I'll get my license and I'll be your psychologist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I won't give you medicine, but I do have a certificate now for a practicing coach practitioner on cognitive behavior therapy. I do have that, but I'm not practicing because I'm doing it for myself. Okay, so that is Level Up. Now, that is the countries. God, this is an old information, so I'll give you a more accurate when I have one. This is my website, luabyducklinan.com. If you have always wanted to teach, but you just don't know where to teach because you can't go in a university. You don't have a master's degree. Minimum, I will hire you if you have a master's degree to teach at universities. But if you don't have one, you get a bachelor's, but you have really cool experiences, you can, at Lua by Doc Leland, come with me and let's talk about it and see if you can do a free workshop for me and partner up and collaborate to claim your authority. Okay. This is what I'm talking about in YouTube. You will be featured under live. If you see there live, click on that. You will find your link for your live when you are on my show. There are this one says 1,000. I have about 1,200 subscribers now. Woo woo, we grew, right? We're always growing every day. Thank you so much, guys, for your support. But you can copy and paste that. LA Weekly, I'm claiming my authority that I have been on. I'm listed as the top 10 podcast to listen to for 2023 by LA Weekly. Shout out DFW, babyboomer.org. I'm an expert in there as well. And I have my podcast in there. So if you are chosen, not all live stream that I do gets chosen in your audio room. I have an audio room, not the LinkedIn audio room. I'm talking about audio room for iHeartRadio, Spotify, Deezer, all that. On Friday, it comes out on Friday. You automatically get your voice be heard on babyboomer.org. Doesn't have to be a baby boomer to be there, but automatically all of our audio rooms get pushed in here as well. I don't know how many people they have now growing, but I think it might be 250 to 500,000 listeners in here. So if I chose your audio to be here, you will be listened to as well. Level Up, this is on FeedSpot. These are some of the places that you would be if I choose your audio room. Books. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So I have my first book. That is my dissertation. So if you want super technical, academic book, I don't know what you would want to, but if you want to just go to summary, go for it. I do have some nerd friends though. So if you want stats and all that and numbers and how I did it, because I was crazy. Oh, by the way, if you're getting a DBA or a PhD, please don't do like me when I did an international business hybrid, but I literally flew to these countries. Don't do it. It's so expensive. Okay, just do secondary data. Don't do primary quantitative and qualitative. Don't do it. Pick one or the other. I don't know why I was like, I will do both. I volunteer myself. I'm like, no, don't do it. I learned my lesson. I'm going to tell you that. That was my second business, guys. My first business, I owned a Japanese anime with my dad at that time. Dad ran it, and that was a solopreneur, which I will be talking about. And then the second one was an LLC with three other women, and then now an LLC by myself and partnership. Second book I did was a dean when I did a summit last year, and there's about 8 authors in there. 7 of them are PhD. One of them have masters, but she's getting her PhD as well. And so this is not a technical book. It's a how-to book, like how to publish in academic, how to, what is a thought leadership. I actually talk about how to be a Yoda as a business leader. If you're not a Star Wars fan, I'm not going to explain. Anyway, you're a Jedi Master. That's all I'm saying, okay? Oh my God, guys. Over the weekend, best birthday gift ever. Number one. Not by myself. This is not my book. It is our book, okay? There's 29 other authors in here. But hello, we can claim now that we are number one. Get this. International best-selling authors. Woo, celebration, right? And that's from the Amazon, and our publisher is Mr. Lee. She has 92 connections on LinkedIn because she's brand new on LinkedIn, and she is really big on Facebook. So why don't you go hit up Mr. Lee, say CJ wants me to say hello, and see what you could do, right? I'm always producing friendship for you guys to have. It's nice to have multiple friends who's doing publishing and things like that, because certain personalities doesn't rhyme or mesh with you. That's fine. I'm going to produce all kinds of friendship for you when it comes to publishing, right? I'm so excited. I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself. I was just, by the way, Nicole Galindo, she's working. I'm sure she's gonna watch it. If she's not, doesn't matter. Okay. She does the graphics for us. This lady, okay, doesn't sleep, I'm telling you, just to do this graphics, because she has a full-time job too. But hello. Graphics is awesome. That's her. That's my sister from another mother. Gifted bipolar writer. Yep, that's her. Christine Jones is another sister. We are called the Creatives Club. We have on August 1st, we're going to have our own community for educators, for content creators, for obviously K-12, for Christine, for me, higher ed as well. And we're we're going to have a directory for business people. If you want to be listed in our directory, you can, but we have to Zoom with you to make sure you're real, okay? We only want to make sure that we vet you first, to make sure that anybody who does business with us, we are here together, okay? Susanna Dawn, she's also a consultant, guys. She's a storyteller, she's a speaker, she does a lot of summits lately. She is a great sister to have. She's also in our creatives group. Last but not least, Natalie. Hello. I told my daughter that I'm an artist now because Natalie told me that a doodler is an artist, and my daughter rolled her eyes at me. So one of these days, I'm going to put my daughter on camera with Natalie, and they're going to have a combo because I said, I'm an artist. I can doodle. And my daughter just rolled her eyes. So that's another conversation. Masterclass. Okay. I'm only accepting 25 students. I have been teaching forever, and 25 students is my max on here because, hear me out. If you ever wanted to do your own podcast, your own live stream, your own YouTube channel, or you already have a YouTube channel, but you're like, my subscribers is less than 200 or 500, and you want to know how to level yourself up, this is your class for you. I'm going to tell you all my tips and tricks. I'm going to tell you how I got to blow up in 6 continents and 70 nations. And I'm going to tell you the technical aspects behind these things. But before you even do that, my very first thing is I'm going to ask you, why do you even want to do it? And we're going to figure out, okay, individually, of your purpose. If you haven't thought about your purpose, we're going to figure it out together. If you already have your purpose, you're ahead of the game. This is technical. There's a lot of technical stuff, but here's the good news. It is for non-technical users. I'm going to use, it's called a micro learning. Look it up if you don't believe me. That means that our brain can handle so much information, and then the rest is just like, you don't want to do nothing anymore. Like, it's too overwhelming. So what happens is I'm going to teach you using another software that I use called Dub, and basically 5-minute video max, step by step by step on how to do specific things. And this is a project based class, meaning by the end of 30 days, you will have your own live stream. I guarantee you that. You will have your own YouTube channel, and I will teach you the measurement of your banner. You will have your own optimized LinkedIn along with your LinkedIn business page. And you will have all the tools on how to spread your information. And you'll also be automatically on our invite only club or community to make sure that you're fully supported even beyond this course. Here's the thing in our community. It's free to get in. However, there is also pay to play, right? I'm going to put classes in there like Solopreneur and Canva and all the stuff that you want to learn as a business owner. So you have support. There's a monthly and then there's an annually. And you're always going to have constant classes in there that you can take as a monthly user or an annual user. So that's my leveling up for my community. And it's going to be affordable for you because we know money is tight right now, right? But this is a $500 class. But when you are in this master class, I can give you a 15% discount on the Dub software, and you'll love it. I'll show you how that works. Okay, but you limited space. A couple of people of you sign up. Thank you so much. I see you. You already paid. Awesome job. Thank you. I will see you on August 1st. And this class is on your own, meaning it's video, so you got to watch it. However, on Saturday morning, I don't know what time yet. On Saturday morning, I will open up a live Zoom with you so you can ask me as many questions as you want on how to. Every single week, at the end of that week, you will finish whatever homework you have. First week is you're going to have your own live stream. You're going to set up, whether it's Restream or StreamYard, you're going to set it up. Okay, so this is so exciting. However, if you're not ready for that, please don't sign up because I won't be able to give you a refund. If you are ready to level up your game, if you're a business owner and you're like, I want to be in front of the show, please come join me, okay? If you want to know anything about me and you're like, I don't know what you do, you're too much, I don't understand what's happening here, just go to sleekbio.com/Lua. Everything what I'm doing is there. That's it, okay? LLC. I'm going to be quick because I don't want to take up on Lonnie's time. LLC. No LLC. What is happening? To start your business, you do not need an LLC. Let me repeat myself, please, okay? Call any lawyers you want. Call the IRS you want. Tell me I'm wrong, okay? Fine. But you don't need an LLC to start your business, okay? Here are the 10 famous people, marketing people, solopreneurs. You can look them up. I'm not going to read this. You can look them up yourself. Tim Ferriss, the author and podcaster of the 4-Hour Work Week. This guy's a hustler, okay? Just look him up. The one that's really for us, for podcasters, Pat Flynn. Hello? If you don't know Pat Flynn on YouTube, I don't know what rock you're under. He doesn't have an LLC. Okay, so these are just 10 top people I can give you. No LLC needed, just solopreneur. Just FYI, there's a lot of a battle in that conversation. Oh man, I really did mess that up in terms of word here. Legal structure, there's 6 guys. There's 6, okay? I give you guys the IRS website of their own definition. But there's solopreneur, there's LLC, there's partnership, C Corp, B Corp, and limited partnership, limited liability partnership, general partnership. There's a lot of partnership. But to be in business, you do not need an LLC, okay? Sole versus LLC, liability protection. Sole proprietor owner has unlimited personal liability. Basically what that means is if you're a solopreneur, you basically get, if your business is really high, okay, in liability, like likelihood people will sue you, then solopreneurship might not be for you. A lot of social media marketers are solopreneurs. They are not LLC, okay? Just FYI. But the debt and all the business debts and liabilities goes to you as a solopreneur. Both LLC and solopreneur, when it comes to taxes, are pass-through taxation. What does that mean? It means that if you earn your money, it goes through and pass through to your personal social security anyway. The only difference is that it's limited. So if I own a home and someone sues me because I gave them a bad advice, they could take my home away, they could take my car, whatever else I own. That is the difference, right? But I'm not a surgeon. I'm not cutting nobody and killing anybody. I don't have a high liability. I'm selling stickers, whatever it is. You're selling graphics. You do not need an LLC, just FYI. Sole versus LLC when it comes to formation and formalities. Being a solopreneur, literally you can start right now after this conversation. Go start your business. That's all you need. Right now, if you are selling a product, you do need to go to your local county because you do need to make sure that you have the proper license or permit, right? Permit if you are selling a product, license if you don't sell a product. Guys, I teach this class all day long for the last, I don't know, God knows when, okay? LLC, you need an articulation of organization. There's a lot more filing and making sure your record is correct and all that. Now, if you live in the state of California for the first 1 year, your $800 federal, okay, fee is waived. Just FYI, if you live in California, you don't have to pay that. Taxes, yes, we pay taxes. County, local, state, and federal. You can't get away from Uncle Sam, just FYI. Solopreneur, LLC, B Corp, C Corp, doesn't matter. Business continuity. A sole prop relies entirely on the owner's involvement. If the owner becomes incapacitated or dies, the business may cease to exist. In contrast, an LLC can have continuity beyond the life of its owners, right? That is the difference when it comes to business continuity. Here's the legal structure. Oh man, I can't move it up. But if you need this PowerPoint, let me know. Okay, this is a cheat sheet, if you will, to legal structures. Sole prop, partnership, limited liability, C Corp, S Corp, B Corp. That's the legal structure, guys. IRS website. I gave it to you guys, okay? California setup. California, because I live in California. LP, limited liability, LP, limited liability partnership. $70 filing fee, $800 for fees, right? But remember, some of these, the C Corp is double taxation. You get tax in your business and you get tax in your personal. So you just got to be careful on advantages and disadvantages. Okay, we're done with LLC. Third party insights. Do you know what that is? Lonnie will talk about it more. But this is Lonnie's thing. If you guys want to know more about it, Lonnie will talk about it some more. And I don't want to forget Mike because Hounds of Business is community hall tomorrow. The link, I'll figure it out. Mike is not putting it in. I will put it in on my first original post. Come join the Hounds of Business town hall. Just check it out, what we're all about, and we'll go from there. Okay, guys? Oh, wow. That's a lot. I feel like I'm lecturing, and I just came from a lecture. What? Okay, enough of that. I'm so sorry. I talk too much now. I apologize.
No, never.
A little bit. I don't care. How are you?
I'm doing great. Y'all, how you doing?
Oh, good. So tell me, talk to me. Who are you, ma'am?
I'll never tell. Come on. I'm Lonnie Ray, and I am a lot of things. Professional tumbleweed. I've got a lot of experience in life that I parlay into helping those who want to convey what they were born to say on paper and on the air. I love helping people produce their message in podcast form as well as in books and on stages. So a wordsmith gone wild.
Ooh, gone wild. I like that.
Yeah.
A little bit about third-party insights. What is that all about? Talk to me.
Thank you for asking. I am so excited about this. Having an outside person, a third party, can see so much more than the people involved. And so what I do is I bring insights, resources, and clarity when someone's kind of bogged down in a situation, or they've hit a speed bump, or they don't know what to do about something that's just come up. I guess it's all those things at once. Or they just need to know, like, what's the best video sales letter company, or who should I use for my my merchant services, real technical things. I have all this knowledge and I'm sitting on it. And so what I love to do is share these in really quick micro burst sessions. So no long-winded meetings. It's solutions oriented. Bing bang boom. Back to the wheel that you go. Whatever. I'm a little nervous. Just get back on track real quick. And it's also, it became evident to me years ago when I was pretty much the confidant for someone who's pretty famous now. So I'll keep it quiet. And at that time, nobody was in his corner. Everybody had an agenda. Everybody was a yes man. And he impressed upon me the extreme value of having my marketing mindset, as well as being a straight shooter. And he could really count on me to tell him, yes, that works. No, that's not a good idea. And that collaboration helped him to formulate his speeches on stage and support his growth as he went forward, because not everybody did. And so I'm both a personal confidant as well as a deep resource when it comes to marketing, messaging, publishing, broadcasting, writing. Yeah, pretty much the list goes on. I don't do tech, but I can do pretty much anything else.
Hey, you're
And
here. This is tech. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you navigated here. We're good. I just want to give a whole shout out in there because Dr. Noopy is gone for a hot minute, and for a hot minute, she's here. What?
that's my
It must
girl.
be like, hold
That's
on
my
one
girl.
second. You need your what, chat? Hold on one second. She's probably in the bathroom trying to get us in here. We love you so much. Thank you so
Sure
much for
do.
being
Thank
here.
you, everybody, for coming. I can see the chats.
Yeah,
So
there's
nice.
a
Thank
lot
you.
going on in the chat right now that I haven't showed you. But let's go right to, the first question that I usually ask my guest. Think back 20 years ago and find within your timeline some of the significant changes in your life that got you here where you are today.
20 years ago, I was giving talks, even though I was still kind of a broken wing bird myself. I'd climbed somewhat out of the hole, and I was giving talks on what I know. And what I realized is that even being just one step ahead of someone else can be helpful to them. You can come back and give them a hand. And I'll never forget the moment. Oh, I just finished a talk, and this gal came up to me, and she looked up at me on stage and she said, "You make me believe I can do anything." And I said, "Yeah, you can. If I can, you can." And I'll never forget that moment, clearly. So that left an impression on me that affects what I do today, because I know that there's so much depth, and there's so many gems that people don't even realize are buried in them. And I love to pull those out and broadcast them and cheerlead them to the front, to the stage, to the limelight, to the people that they were born to serve. I love doing that so much. And it was because of that one moment back then when I was given talks on, as best I could figure out life, here's what I know. And it helped. It helped. So that affects what I do today, big time.
Isn't it amazing that we do things that most people wouldn't think about, but it actually is so much more to us. Like the reason I even keep going with this podcast today that you're in is because one person told me I
Yep.
saved her life and her son's life
Yep.
without me knowing. And just an email said, "Hey," and every time I want to be lazy or my body's tired or I'm just exhausted, I don't want to do editing. I don't want to do this. Like that's my other self. I'd rather go and to the beach and whatever. And I just take my iPad on the beach. I'm like, okay, let's do this. You know what I mean? Like, because I can do both. Like, I'm enjoying the sun and enjoying but I can still take for 5 minutes, just do a little quick here. We do things because people pushed us to do things without them even knowing it. And I love that about you because you have such a high spirit, very genuine, very to the point, but sometimes can be mistaken as stepping toes. um, because you're very straightforward.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate that. I want to throw something else in there that for what it's worth, at that same time that I was struggling, I still had tremendous self-esteem issues. And as a result, I ended up hanging out with really bad people and I got derailed big time. And as a result of that, I ended up on the Tyra Banks show telling my story. Here's what not to do.
That I like
Yeah,
Tyra, so
yeah, yeah. And it's also why I wrote my How to Deal with a Dumbass book.
I love that book.
Thank
I'm
you.
reading that book. I love that book. You guys have to get it.
So it was because I lived this, and initially it didn't have any of my stories in it, and then I finally put some in. But I was that person, and I've come to realize some red flags. And if you're wearing rose-colored glasses, you're gonna miss the red flags because you can't see them. And that's what I did so much of my life. And so that one moment from that speech, combined with all these things I've had to learn over the years just to make it as a professional tumbleweed, I've done a lot of things. And then people, surrounding yourself with people that genuinely have your back, especially in a pinch. Unfortunately, you might have to be in the pinch to figure out who they are, but it's really valuable. And that's what third party insights is genuinely about, is supporting people through their process, because not everybody will get you, not everybody will support you. And as Nicole pointed out in the comments, not everybody wants you to be successful. They're not always happy for you, but there are some of us who can't help but applaud your success, and I'm one of them.
Yeah, and I love supporting my people. Even if they're not my people, I actually genuinely get excited when people get a new job or they
Yeah.
get a new position and they move up. Like, yay! I'm getting. Guys,
Yeah.
what's wrong with you? I'm like, somebody, like, do you know the person? I'm like, no, but they posted it. That means they're proud of it. What?
Yeah.
Leveled up. I
Yeah.
take my mission to my heart. Whether you people know it or not, I go get up and level up. I think about these words. Wait, oh, I think about these words. Look, okay? I bought a pink light. Okay.
No surprise, it's
My
pink.
husband, I'm actually redoing my room. I'm having my own. My mom bought me my birthday gift. It's a very desk because I'm supposed to be standing up because I'm gaining weight sitting down. But look,
Oh, I love it. I
look,
love it.
look.
Bring
That's
the light. I love it.
I know. So don't be surprised if I'm partying all by my lonesome because I'm celebrating people by myself. But oh my gosh, I love the idea of you just helping others as well. But let's go to the next question. What is a book producer? What are their main responsibilities in publishing process?
Only everything. Um, and in my case, I'm also the writer, a ghostwriter, and I can be a story development editor. So if somebody brings me a manuscript, so assuming there's content already given or needing to be written, I can do that part. The rest of it is coordinating all the different resources and people as part of the engine in the car. All these pieces come together as a special projects manager to make sure that we meet the vision of the author and the goals and deadlines that they have. So I'm, as a marketing minded writer and brand loving person, I love to help people match the content of their book, the look of their book, and then the messaging, so that it really reaches who they want to reach out and teach. Now, a book producer really has so much responsibility because it's art direction, it's formatting, it's a lot of pieces that most, it's hard enough to get it written down on paper, guys, I know, but then there's so much more. And so as a one-stop shop, I make it easy because there are there are services out there saying that they will produce your book, but then you have to go and find the graphic person, and you have to find the editors, and you have to find the all the stuff. You have to figure it out. I don't know what they're actually doing for people, but I'm a one-stop shop with a custom approach to every single author.
See, that's one thing I love about people. People ask me like, "What do you do?" I'm like, "Where do we start?" To like, what do you need help on? And they're like, "Well, depends on what you do." I'm like, "Listen, I got so much going on in this head on what I need to do. Just tell me what you need help on. Like, we'll go and structure it." And I think I see you that like when you said, "Hey, I'm not just a book producer, I do things." So let's talk about the services that you provide for people. Because when people think of book producing, that means, at least for me, okay, in my layman terms, forgive my ignorance. Book producer to me, it's like, oh, you produce a book, and what does that mean? You have someone write the book, and then you edit it, and then produce a good cost and good topic, and then move on. But that's not what you do, right?
It's some of what I do. There's breaking it all down into steps. They're literally my associate that I work with came up with 78 steps in the writing process alone. 78 things that we do within. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to have someone's message properly conveyed on paper. And then it is a benefit to work with someone, one person all along the way, so that your message, your look, your final outcome really represents you. I remember one client said she hired a British man to do her book, and she sounds like she's from Wisconsin, and and her book sounded like a British man wrote it. And so, what you really want to have is one person who consistently threads through your entire your whole route, and then after we get it down on paper and make the manuscript formatted, ready to go, then there's the publishing process. So I know all of that too. So I can easily walk someone through this. People they either have a lot of time or they don't, money or not. Usually it's time that's the problem. And what I do is I just take all of this off their desk and literally take it on. I literally work it feels like 24/7 for my authors until I get their book done. And I can do one in 30 days, from idea to ISBN in 30 days.
That is so amazing, because most of us were like 30 days. I was just talking to you. I'm like, I don't know. Let me ask you this question, because I was gonna I asked you, but I said no, let's not talk about it because I want to talk about it in the show. What is the difference between a memoir and a biography?
A biography has a lot of details. A memoir you can actually publish, say, 4 memoirs where you choose a theme. Yeah. Memoirs are theme oriented. I'm doing a memoir right now for an 85-year-old who has had a service career, 30 years. He's also been a race car driver. He's also been a blimp pilot. He's been a lot of different things. And that could easily approach biography, but it's not, because there's a theme in there of how bad turned out good for him anyway. And that makes the book more universal than just some veterans that might want to read about the Vietnam War that he was in. It is about a theme. So a memoir is, again, you don't have to be old to get a memoir done. You just choose a theme and you can publish that, whereas a biography is really all the details, A to Z.
Wow. Okay. So is there a page limit to a memoir?
Is there what?
Page limit. Like, do you have to only have 50 pages or 100 pages?
No, when it comes to page limits, that's a good question. Short books have impact too. And what you want to do is get people through it. You want them to get to the end. And if you've got some, fat stack to go through, or that's hard reading, they're not going to finish it. So as far as a book goes, in order to have a book printed, you need a minimum of 25 pages. Now, this is print on demand through Amazon. And
Okay.
you want to have at least that. Otherwise, your book might end up looking like a pamphlet. So as
Hmm.
far as the minimum goes, there is none except for the printing. Yeah.
What is your advice from your experience, the best page numbers and topic of a memoir that you've seen? Wow, this actually, gets hits more.
Let me tell you something. This memoir, Kicking Karma's Ass, uh, unbelievable. And her stories are of stories of strength, resilience, and perseverance, all told with a twist of humor, ended up being 175 pages. However, people are because of the way it was written, purposely wrote it so that it would be movie material. It's cinematic. In other words, you can really picture yourself, and then you move on to the next thing. It's not a deep dive into a lot of stories that she has that could be really hard to get through. It is It is a skim through. You still feel what she felt. You still get the message, but you keep going. That's a thicker book than normal. However, people are able to finish that in 3 hours because it's a fast read. It's compelling. It's page turning. It's exciting. It's sad. It makes people laugh. It's all kinds of things, and that's
Mm,
what you want. You need an engaging book, and
I like drama and like mystery. Like who got murdered? Okay, okay, hold on. Let me eat my hot dog. Like yeah, I used to read books like nobody's business. That's how I learned English, guys. I didn't know how to speak English when I came here.
wow.
Wuthering Heights, Archie books, those are my favorite books, the comic books. And Wuthering Heights was one of those things that were like, wow, okay. And also, cassette tape on demand on my ear, all the pronunciation, because I was so embarrassed at a restaurant when I ordered a dessert. Yeah. And they're like, the lady's like, a dessert? And my dad's like, she meant dessert, cheesecake. And I was like,
Yes, two
and
S's,
my dad's
strawberry
like,
shortcake.
this
Yeah.
is a dessert and this is a dessert. I'm like, yeah, schma, potato, tomato, the same thing. But I was really embarrassed. Luann actually is asking a great question. Do you read the manuscript you get fully or just skim?
Well, if I'm working with an author, we work through the entire manuscript. I I believe everybody has a story, and sometimes they don't know what it is. They just they just written stuff down. Sometimes people get bad advice, and they've written down 50,000 words, and it's all over the place. And so that's where story development comes in. And I really do take that to heart and make sure that their content flow and strategy meets what the ultimate outcome is for their book. Some people want their book just, this woman just wanted her stories on paper. She was tired of people saying, well, what happened? She's like, hey, read my book. You know, that was the goal for her book. Same thing with my dumbass book is I really just wanted to get these ideas down on paper, but other people have a goal for their book. And it's, let's make sure that what you've got in mind matches the vision that you hold, for your future. So
That's
yeah, I can work with just about anybody. It really is about chemistry, less about the manuscript and more about chemistry with that person. That's what matters because we're going to
because
be collaborating a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
especially personalities. That's actually great because my next question is, how does a book producer collaborate with authors and what level of involvement do they have in the creative process? Because I've heard so many horror stories like, oh my God, I have my book and then I got it back and my manuscript, it just didn't sound like me. Like they were just editing it. I don't understand. Like, what are your process when someone actually works with you?
I will get their feedback. I do pretty much the first 1 to 3 chapters after interviewing them. I've had 9 talk shows, so I'm a professional interviewer. I really do know what to listen for, and also what they're not saying. And so in these interviews, I am able to supplement whatever they've given me if that's where we're going. Kicking Karma's ass, we didn't have anything but phone calls and a couple of videotaped interviews. The point is that the collaboration starts with the interview, and then I write and I say, how does this match your voice? Is this your languaging? By the time I got done doing this book, people thought I was from Jersey because she is. And yeah, yeah, look, it rubs off. I take on the client.
Like,
And
Jersey.
yeah,
I'm from Jersey.
so yeah, so the collaboration, to talk literal, it's a Google Doc. It's a live working document, so they can see everything I'm doing. And then if I have questions, I type those in or make comments, request for more information. Can we add this, delete that? And then once they see, they trust me, because it really is a matter of, oh yeah, she's okay. Because the first time authors are so nervous, and
Mhm.
I've worked with a lot, and I know how it feels. I've been one too. Uh, the the feedback that I get from them, the adjustments that I make, and then the approval to go into the next section I always check in. Always, how's this? How's this? Are you good with this? What do you think about that? So
Communication is the key
it
because I
really
feel
is.
like, oh, they're busy, so let me just edit everything. And then when they come out, you're like, what happened to the next 20 pages? You know what I mean? Oh
It
man,
it
that's good.
really bothers me to hear that happens. People get
So many.
their
It's not
book.
just one of my friends. So many of my friends are telling me that. That's why I'm like, I gotta ask Lonnie. Now, how does a book producer coordinate editorial process? Like, because you do editing as well as proofreading,
I
do
do.
you pretty much also do copy editing and manuscript? Like you're all in one, right?
Yeah, here's the funny thing about that, CJ, is I didn't realize that what I was doing was actually the entire job of a book producer until a veteran as a ghostwriter, 34 years. I met with her and she took a look at this and she said, "You realize that's what you are. You're a book producer." And I said, "No, I didn't know there was a word for it." She says, "You need to understand something, honey. Just, a lot of people can transcribe a story, but that doesn't mean they can do the marketing copy that goes on the back or the sales copy that goes on the Amazon description. It doesn't mean they know how to write." And she started lining it all out. I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah." Because of all these different types of writing and editing, story development, punctuation and grammar, working with clients that have English as their second language. Oh my goodness, it's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, well, me. English is my seventh language. That's me. Go take this. Yeah, yeah. Oh wow, that is so
Yes,
amazing. I love that. Like I see it as a partnership. Like it's
it is.
technically not my book, it's our book at that point because like you have my best interest. You want to be comfortable with
Yes,
someone who's helping you with your book. And
yes.
I love the title that you have, book producer, because there's so many moving parts in creating a book, right? It's so many. And people are like, oh, I'm just going to have an editor. I'm like, okay, good luck with that. You know what I mean? Like, you need like a whole team and you are your own team. I love that. But here's my next question. How does a book producer handle an, oh, you didn't actually see this one. Who does your cover and interior layouts? Like, do you actually get a third party or do you also do
I
that?
do. No, I'm no graphic artist. I have one that I absolutely love, and there's a couple that I can refer to, but he's my go-to. And then as far as the formatting goes, I have someone else who does that as well, and he's been doing it for decades. So I have a team for those pieces.
I love it.
However, and the most important thing, over 200 people tried their best to make that cover. So I had to go through as the art director and go between the client and the graphic artist and keep honing and honing and honing it. It was a full-time job for a week. And then yeah, it was tremendous. But because I understood her story, her details, and I could write up I save people time. She's a millionaire running a business. She had no time to sit there and talk with a graphic artist. So that's what I do, is I take all that stuff off of
Your
somebody's shoulders
layouts.
and off their desk. Yeah,
I love that. Concierge, madame, from
that's a
Jersey.
great word. Yeah, that's
You're a
it.
concierge. I do anything and everything you need. Just give me that money. Let's go, you know?
Yep.
How does
Yep.
a book producer handle the intricacies of typesetting and formatting for both print and digital version of the book? Now, let me ask you: did this book went to Amazon first, or did it go to like a different route of publishing? Because in terms of cost, it's different, right? Self-publishing and different publishers cost a lot of money.
I focus on Amazon because it's print on demand. I have clients that have chosen to have their books printed. I have resources, print houses. I've got a great source in Florida. Love them. Shout out to ABC. Really do. And then another client, Shannon, she got this hardcover printed over in China, and I talked her through the process of getting an
See that
actual
me? Go ahead, put Shannon in. I want to see.
the ABCs of LGBTQ. So I
Shannon.
was, and she,
Rona.
and
Mhm.
she so she had this printed to be a hardback in China, and as a result, she needed her own. You have a choice. I know you've got a question coming up about ISBN, so we'll just roll into that. Um,
Oh man, I'm thinking now. Maybe I should. We did manufacturing for 25 years of Levi's jeans. We were number one manufacturer in the whole entire world in China with my family. Maybe I should convince them somehow to do printing on demand for all my authors. Let's see if my uncle will say yes. That's actually a good thing because, yeah, if you have enough
so
business to go through
so
them.
so POD is by one order by at a time. She got hundreds of books sent, and then she took them through New York, and she sold out of her first order of 200. Like that, she sold out. She took her book to indie bookstores, and she sold out. I
Can
have an
can you order from Amazon to yourself and then put it on like Barnes and Nobles, or how does that work? Do you know?
You can't because Amazon owns that. You can if you have your own ISBN number. You can purchase an ISBN number. If you do just one, it's $125 from Bowker. If you go with Amazon, that's their ISBN number, and no, it will not be recognized in Barnes and Noble. Now that doesn't mean it you can't get your book in indie bookstores. You can usually if you have a good relationship with them, they won't care because it's not like the back of like my book. It has an ISBN number, but it doesn't say Amazon.
Yeah.
That's fine. It could work, but I can't sell this. I have to get an ISBN number for it. And just for those people out there who are like, okay, I've got my book on Amazon already. I use the free service that they have because they're free
Yeah.
through KDP. Now I want to have my book distributed on the shelf, brick and mortar. What do I do? Well, what you do is you purchase your ISBN number, you unpublish the first book, republish it with the new ISBN number, and request that Amazon move all your reviews over to your second edition so that you don't lose those reviews that you already have on Amazon.
Yeah, that's a pain in the butt. So you just need to start first of all. I'm just thinking, I was like, I've got no time for like, ooh, this and ooh, that, and then email here and back and forth. Mm-mm.
I know I
So
do all that.
yeah,
I know.
just ask Lonnie. Concierge. Push button. I wish you have a button. Lonnie, I need to make you a button. Oh, it just goes directly to you. Like push the button. Concierge, please. I need my ISBN number, please, and move my reviews, please. Guys, if you're watching, are you getting this? For all of those of you who have millions of books on Amazon and you want to have your own books on brick and mortar, push on demand, Lonnie Ray, push button, concierge. Okay, you heard that. So she got all the knowledge in her head. We got to get it. So you already answered that question. So what role does a book producer play in obtaining the ISBN for the book? You're muted. Unmute, please. There.
Okay, yeah, I had.
What's the most important question, Lonnie? Oh, go ahead. You're unmuted.
How's
Stop
that?
yourself. Okay, good.
I'm good.
You're good.
Okay, good. Oof. Question was how to what? I forgot.
Okay, hold on. This is the question. What role does a book producer play in obtaining the ISBN for the book?
So Amazon KDP offers a free one.
Yeah.
If you want to have to purchase your own, I have resources that I can send you to. It depends on what you want to do. Every author's different. So, but really, honestly, new authors, just I'll make it simple. We'll make it simple. We'll get the free one from KDP. And then if you want to go out to brick and mortar later, I can walk and talk you through that process too.
I think we need to have whoever your graphic artist is, or maybe I'll ask my sis, Nicole, to give you like a new graphics for your banner. This is Steven. Thank you, brother. Idea to ISBN in 30 days. That's your calling card. I'm sorry.
That's on my profile.
Yeah, we need to like put a glitter from Dr. Noopy and just blast it with lots of glitter.
Yeah.
For sure. I love that. I mean, no one can claim that, right? And it's just so amazing. You nailed the difference between a memoir and a biography. I love memoirs. Yeah, me too.
Thank
I'm
you.
actually trying to like debate on myself. I get a lot of questions on how do you do what you do? I'm like, I don't know. I just do it. And then I wrote because I thought everybody does the same thing I did. I'm like, oh, I'm sure they do because when they tell me their story, they do like, and then they don't, and I'm like, oh, so that's not the same. So I'm like, okay, maybe I will write a book, but I don't know where to start from that. I'm like, oh, maybe it's a biography, maybe it's a memoir. I don't know.
So that's why you work with a story development editor first, because we can. That's what I love doing the most is I can see the theme, the thread, the thing, and sometimes you have a series in you. And I can see that too. And then we can plan accordingly. If you've got a series, and you may, because your theme might be how to keep your energy up and do all this stuff, how to be a mom through all this stuff. There's a number of ways that you could approach a memoir and probably have three in you, frankly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? And my daughter, she made me cry. She wrote me a letter yesterday, and I made my husband read it. She just says, "I know I'm a pain in the you know what, in the and but I love you so much. Thank you so much for being there for me. And I know that I have my self confidence because I know that when I fall, you catch me, and you are my best friend in the world. And I give you crap about your work because I just miss my best friend spending time any day of the hour. But you work too much sometimes, and I just want to go and talk about nonsense. I like talking about nonsense too,
That's
but
awesome.
sometimes I know, and my daughter, and so now I talk to her about business. And one of our people here, my friends, is actually asking my daughter to paint something for her. So my daughter's really excited. That's her first paint, so that's so nice.
Ah, that's
My
awesome.
next question: how does a book producer support the author in post publication?
Well, I really enjoy helping them to promote themselves. So beyond the hitting press, you know, to publish, um, it can be in the form of, for instance, with kicking karma's ass. I was looking for the book because I'm Italian and I got a gesture. Eh? Um, yeah. Um, the social media banners. I had my graphic artist create beautiful banners for her, so that everything was changed over. Create a. I'm also really good at domain names, coming up with something that's very memorable for podcasts. Um,
Where were you when I needed you? What?
yeah, so tagline queen here. I love coming up with names that are memorable, that roll off the tongue on the air, so that they're memorable beyond the thanks for attending the show. And that's what authors really need. There's help with a landing page for the book. I help people to build their email list, creating a freebie, creating promotional videos. There's a lot of things I know how to do to help them pass the publication part. And not every book producer does that.
Yeah, that's your superpower there.
Hmm.
Now, okay, I'm gonna have to ask. I don't know if I want the answer though, but I do want
Okay.
the real answer. Don't worry
Okay.
about the time. We're gonna go over it a little bit. It doesn't matter. It's
Okay.
my show. It's our show.
Okay.
I got no time.
Okay.
Uh, Level Up Academy. Like, how do you feel about that? Level Up itself.
You're, I love your name. The quite honestly, the .com is a bit of a, huh? And because I'm a wordsmith, I'm looking at it and I'm breaking it down, and I'm like, okay, I see where this. Oh, okay, I get it. I get the name. But when if you were on the air saying it real quick, what you're going to be what the listener's going to be challenged with is remembering those words and how to spell them. I was talking with Dr. Noopy the other day. Noopy, I don't hope you don't mind, but I'm going to use you as an example. And she said, glitter practitioner. No, she's like, glitter practitioner.
Yeah, that's what she said. And she's like, I'm just doing my
Dot
hair.
com. Dot com.
She's not here. I don't think so. I hope not.
I said, girlfriend, I'm a wordsmith, and I had to look up practitioner and how to spell it. I had to make sure that I had it right. So that's going to be the downfall for people that are trying to remember later. And so Willie J has a website too, puremissionent.com. That's not going to roll out quick. And so because he wants to be continue to be a speaker and he has a book coming out, we registered the name bookwilliej.com. Easy
Mm-hmm.
to remember. Makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. So those I'll take the thread of what you're about, and then I'll go find a domain name that works.
I just bought 4 domain names and I've already redirected all of them. Like I have .club for my club. Now I'm trying to be sassy, okay? Like, oh, I'm sassy. So like I'm so sick and tired of having meetings and I'm like, wait, hold on. Let me figure out this Zoom and give you my direct line and then we're gonna put the passcode. I'm done. If you type docleland.com, automatically you're on my Zoom. The question is, will I let you in?
Oh, that's a good redirect. And I was telling Noopy the same thing because she said, "Well, look up BU with bells on." And buwithbellson.com is available. And I said, "That's a wonderful thing that you could put at the bottom of an article that's reaching out for self-help or domestic violence or other markets that you'll be reaching. It's a beautiful thing. Make it redirect over to the landing page that is simple. Above the fold, you get the email, you capture the email, you get the download. I help people create the download, build the email list. Bam.
Oh, I'm gonna need to help you. Your help. My I've been secretly lately because I didn't want to be bombarded with questions, but I've sent a couple of you guys already. You know who you are on the application for, and I'm sending you yours today. The application for my summit in October. It's coming up, and if you get chosen, I only need 30, but I want the best 30 because we are going to give our people the best of us in terms of value conversation. Like if I'm going to listen to you for an hour, it better be something that I can get from you. I'm sorry, that's just how I roll, right? Why would I waste my time? It's called opportunity cost, right? I could be somewhere else, but I'm listening to you. So what do you give me? You know, what's in it
Absolutely.
for me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
that's what that's the backbone of marketing to me. Everything's marketing. Marketing's everything, but it's is it valuable? And people's time is only everything now. So make it under promise and over deliver.
that's right.
So that's
Always.
yeah. And the
My
same thing goes true. To go back to your question about post publication phase. One of the biggest things that I love to help my clients do is to really knock it out of the park on podcasts and open strong. Hooks that sell books, they don't start out with, well, I'm a mother with 4 children in St. Louis. No, 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 no. You got a parenting book, hun? Here's what you do. You say, you wouldn't believe my morning, hun, but me and these rugrats, we got it together, and that's why I wrote a book about it, because people can't believe how well oiled this machine is. Now that's going to capture somebody's attention, and you want to keep it, and then you want to end strong. So that's the kind of coaching that I also do, is because podcasts are where you're going to market yourself for exposure.
Thank you. That's why I'm creating this class for anybody who wants to level up your game. If you are faint of heart and you're like, oh, I don't know, it doesn't matter. If you are willing to level up, I'm here to support you. When you're falling, I'll catch you, right?
Love
I
that.
am not 24/7 available though, just to let you know. My kids are really complaining. My bulldog is having anxiety, and that's why she's right here because she hasn't seen me over the weekend when I left. When I come home, oh my God, that eyes. She just like, with her little chub chub just coming to me. I'm like, oh, so cute. But yeah, this is my last question of the day. Are you ready?
Yeah.
If this is your last day today on this earth, what would be your parting message to your current and future families in terms of living life, legacy, and impact?
Trust yourself more. Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Be your own authority. Really live by your gut and trust it. Your inner GPS, follow your big yes, because your instinct is right. That's what I would say.
Wow. Last week I asked you guys to three yeses, right? I hope you guys did your three yeses. This week, I'm going to continue to ask you for your three yeses. A lot of people also ask me about the 50 inspirational connections that Nicole and I are doing. They come out every single Friday at 12 p.m. PST. They don't come out on LinkedIn, guys. You are elevated now. You are on my featured in YouTube, meaning it's like a movie. You know, like a movie comes out at a certain amount of time. That's what you are. You're coming out at a certain amount of time. And I'm there 12 p.m. PST, California time. I'm in California. You are there. So even though Nicole is working, Nicole's always there. And then I will tag you on if you are on the first. I mean on the 6th. We always do the 6th. These are all the nominees. These are all the people who submitted their videos to us, and just basically what I'm doing is highlighting, what they do, who they are, because I love elevating my people. Lonnie, do you have any last minute message to people in terms of what you do and services that you provide?
First of all, thank you for having me in the 50 Inspirational. I have to say that I I was blown away, and I'm so grateful. And thank you for the opportunity to be in the cadre of other amazing people. Like, wow, thank you for that. Thank you. Um, yeah, embrace whatever it is that you've been through. Look at it, go, oh, okay, it was like that, huh? Oh, okay, all right. Because life is going to throw us fastballs, guys, and you know you're going to be a human catcher mitt, and it's you have to be able to rebound and pivot quickly, especially now. So by looking at what's going on and just go, oh, okay, it's like that, huh? Okay, you can really become like Teflon, and whatever's coming your way just goes right on past, because what we resist persists. So don't let it happen to you. Just shake that off, whatever it is, and keep on going.
I agree. And I have a surprise for the 50 inspirational connections who submitted a video, because some of you didn't. And I extended it even last Sunday. And my first, I have to accept accountability. I did send you a link to send your video, and it expired because I'm all about like cutting that line, and I cut the line so early. Yes, I'm sorry. So
Oops.
I extended it some more on Sunday. But I have a surprise for the 50 inspirational.
Yeah.
Um, it's gonna come out soon. I'm just cooking, and again, say your yeses, guys, because that's the opportunity that opens up. And sometimes opportunity will only open up once, and it will pass you by. Okay. So thank you so much for being here today, Lonnie. Stay in the back room for a little bit, and I will be right with you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that was so amazing, wasn't it? Like, it was so amazing. And Dr. Nupi, I so am thankful that you're here, because I know you're super busy. And the fact that you're here, I appreciate you so much. And Stephen, Nicole, sister, I know you're working. So I'm so glad that you are here. I appreciate you guys so much for being here today. And I love you as always. And thank you so much for being here. And also, tomorrow I'll have, oh, wait, tonight at 9 p.m. PST, I have Ferlin Kwang. So if you wanted to stay youthful, and you should see her transformation. My jaw dropped. I was like, whoa, did that really happen to you? And she's like, yeah. And it's amazing. You got to see what she did. But if you wanted to keep in touch with Lonnie Ray, right? She's our concierge, guys. This is her LinkedIn. Please reach out to her. I would love for you to get to know her, reach out to her, and give her a try and just have a coffee chat. Just say, hey, CJ sent me to you. I don't know who you are, but let's connect. Okay. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. and another one 9:30 tomorrow PST. Thanks for watching another episode of Level Up Academy today, brought to you by your none other host, Dr. Leland. Please do not forget to hit subscribe or push that notification bell, so anything that we have an activity on at Level Up Academy, you will be the first one to know. If you would like to be a guest in our podcast, both on the MP3, audio only, and also here on live in our YouTube channel, please let me know. DM me. Let's connect. Have a fantabulous day.